That's not tangible, okay? Joe Judge in his fights with his players, that's tangible. Jeff Gladney getting released is tangible. All right, we have the eBay guy getting released is tangible. Cam Akers getting injured is tangible. Quentin Nelson getting injured is tangible. Carson Wentz getting injured is tangible. Those are tangible things that are much more negative than the potential positives from, hey, this guy had a good practice today. Hey, this guy did this good today. What is going on, everyone? It is Jake with Master Football, back at it again. Happy Wednesday. Thank you so much for being here to Master Football. Let's go. For all of you who have never been here before, this is Master Football, okay? All things pro football, all things college football, all things video game football. A lot more Madden stuff's going to be coming out here pretty soon. Everything related to American football for all my international fans out there. Anyways, guys, one more item, then we'll get started in the video. So you all know what the drill is. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like it. Please share it. Please send it out there with your friends. We are getting this bad boy going. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, there is an article that I want to show you. Now, this article is a really small microcosm into something that I think expands out to the rest of the league, and I want to explain what's happening in the NFL right now and why certain things have kind of changed. I want to show you something real quick. Boom, from The Guardian. This is April 2013. This came out, how the NFL draft became the biggest non-sporting sports event. The reason why the NFL draft is so popular, and again, this article kind of goes through this, highlights a couple things. The reason why it's so big, I mean, again, it says up until 1980, the draft wasn't even televised until 1995. It was held in a hotel ballroom in Chicago, New York, or Philly, and it moved to Tuesday, Wednesday. It moved from Tuesday, Wednesday to Sunday to Monday in 1988 because the NFL.com, the Marriott Marquis in New York, offered the NFL a better rate on those days for the ballroom space. Now, it's gone from that to the biggest non-sporting sports event to happen. Reason being is because if you're an NFL fan, every single NFL fan at that time, remember, at that time during the draft, you can feel like you've won. Hey, we picked this guy. Hey, we picked that guy. You see it all the time, especially when they started doing like the celebrity draft picks. They'll have like, you know, somebody in a dolphin will vote for the Dolphins, and then like a tiger will you know, announce the draft pick for the Bengals or something like that. And then everybody around it says, oh yeah, woo, it's Joe Schmo from, you know, Blugger Burger Durger, and you're like, where the hell is that? Who cares? Woo! A lot of people don't really care about that kind of stuff. But the thing about that is everyone can win. I bring that up because I want everybody to understand something right now. So the off season, there's a lot of optimism. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of things you can feel like, hey man, we're really on the ascent. We're really on the ascent. There's a couple teams that will feel like we haven't gotten any better, or the teams around us have gotten more better than we have. But the thing about that is everybody generally is still kind of like, okay, this is kind of cool. That's a lot different than NFL training camp. We are seeing something right now, okay? The title and the mindset I want you to understand is the NFL preseason, the NFL offseason. The NFL preseason, especially training camp, okay? It's a lot of fake optimism and real bad news. So let's get into that. Boom. Real bad news. Carson Wentz, foot surgery, out 5 to 12 weeks. So you saw that the other day. I made a video about that. So I made a video about this, posted at 8 a.m. At 10 a.m. it comes out that, you know, he's out 5 to 12 weeks. I didn't really know that. I made it the night before. Hey, man, such is life, okay? It's what you got to do. But out 5 to 12 weeks for Carson Wentz. So they've already been in discussions. They're talking about bringing, you know, Philip Rivers out of retirement. They're talking about trading for Nick Foles. I don't really know. And then boom, again, our dear friends from USA Today, the Colts All-Pro offensive guard, Quentin Nelson, is also out 5 to 12 weeks with the same foot injury as Carson Wentz. So you have to remember here, so this is fake optimism and real bad news. Fake optimism, real bad news. That's what's happening right now. The real bad news, okay, for the Colts. The real bad news is you've got Carson Wentz and your all-pro guard are on the shelf 5 to 12 weeks. That could miss a couple of games. Their first 2 games are Seahawks and Rams. So good luck with that. And then 3 straight away games. So you hope that they can get back, but you start to see like, hey man, this is the NFL season. It waits for no one. This is the time of the season now where if something happens right now, about now, it's a whole lot worse than it is potentially good. Case in point. Los Angeles Rams, Cam Akers suffers a torn Achilles. This happened a couple weeks ago. This is July 20th. So, gosh, you're just like, man, I mean, nothing really good can happen that can beat the bad that can happen right now. You see that in several other stories. Again, you see here, lost their starting running back. They have Darrell Henderson. They have Jake Funk. They have some guys that are going to step in there. But still, you lose a guy like that who was at the end of the season last year, had 20-plus carries. That's a really bad thing. Another story. Panthers waive safety JT eBay after unacceptable practice hit on Keith Kirkwood. Apparently, he went high on him. They kind of describe that through here. I'll make sure I include all of these links in the video. But you'll see here, he kind of went high. Right after that practice, boom, gone. We ain't going to do that. Kirkwood had movement in his legs. He didn't have any pain in his neck. And a lot of that was obviously precautionary. But they're just like, you know what, dude? We're not even going to mess around with you. You're gone. Okay, eBay, get out of here. Boom. Vikings released Jeff Gladney following indictment for felony assault. Okay, everybody, you got to remember something. I'm going to come off the camera real quick before I get back to this. Everyone we're starting to see. The reason why I brought up the draft earlier in this video is because you can understand, like, hey, everybody's got some optimism. Hey, things are going good. Yeah. Now the season's getting closer, and it's starting to get closer and closer to the point to where, dude, this is real. Okay, this counts. Okay, so this is bad, that's bad, this is bad. Lots of bad things are happening, but again, remember, there's 31 teams that don't win a championship this next season. So ultimately, there's 31 teams that consider themselves to be failures. So, man, I mean, it's getting real. That's the good thing about these signs right here. A lot of these bad things, not to say it's good that somebody got indicted on felony assault, but it is good to see that, yo, man, we're starting to get to the point to where, hey, man, there's winners and losers now, okay? It's for real. The chips are starting to get put on the table. Whether or not we've had our first preseason game or not, that's not important. What the more important thing is you're starting to see that there are ramifications to this league. Nobody comes out of this thing alive. You know, everybody at the end of their career is scarred, battered, and bruised, except for Tom Brady. Tom Brady's perfect. But again, you see the fact that there's starting to be some real news. Things are starting to get cooked. Professional bodies are starting to contact with professional bodies. You got to be ready for that because everybody out there is a killer. So boom, Jeff Gladney, a high draft pick a couple years ago, was just released. Not first round pick, 31st overall in the 2020 NFL draft. Oh my gosh, I really played one season. So he no court date has been scheduled. We'll see what happens there. Jeff Gladney, innocent until proven guilty, but not a good look for you so far. Boom, Joe Judge disciplines Giants players after an on-field brawl. Apparently what happened was Corey Clement had a lengthy run. Jabril Peppers hit him. Evan Ingram had an issue with that. Logan Ryan had an issue with Evan Ingram. And then it was just a huge brawl. I mean, Daniel Jones got in the mix. Daniel, just get out of there, dude. Just hey, slide, get out of bounds. Even fights, just get out of there, bro. Okay, but you can start to see that like things are starting to get chippy. People kind of know, yo, dude, there's some pressure now. Okay, we're getting closer to the season. We got to start to amp up the intensity on some things. I know you don't amp up the intensity for the assault situation. That's a separate situation. But I'm basically trying to say is that right now, if there's news coming out right now, it's probably bad news. You're not going to win a Super Bowl with the news this preseason, but you could potentially not win a Super Bowl because of news this preseason. That's the big difference. And then some optimism. Hey, signs of new hope for new look Jets as Zach Wilson era begins. Again, if Zach Wilson comes out the first 3 games and throws 3 picks per game, all that's gone away. Okay, that's not tangible. Okay, Joe Judge in his fights with his players, that's tangible. Jeff Gladney getting released is tangible. All right, we have the eBay guy getting released is tangible. Cam Akers getting injured is tangible. Quentin Nelson getting injured is tangible. Carson Wentz getting injured is tangible. Those are tangible things that are much more negative than the potential positives from, hey, this guy had a good practice today. Hey, this guy did this good today. Remember, everybody, that's what's happening right now, okay? These offseason reports, okay? Everything coming in, the preseason, the training camp, all that kind of stuff. What's happening right now is it's starting to get real, okay? It's starting to become a real thing. When real people and real bodies start banging against each other, not everybody's going to last. So hopefully Carson Wentz and Quentin Nelson can get back. Hopefully Cam Akers can come back next season. Hopefully that Panthers receiver is going to be fine. Hopefully Jeff Gladney is innocent until proven guilty. Okay, knock on wood. I don't know. I'm not advocating innocent until proven guilty. I don't know. But you just kind of hope that a lot of these situations kind of take care of themselves because now we're starting to see natural form of attrition right now. It's the attrition of the NFL. It can happen through off-season programs, can happen through personal situations, anything like that. That's the reason why character concerns are such a big thing, because you see a situation like that. I mean, he's off the field for nothing due to something on the field. It's hard enough to make it on the field. He can't even make it off the field. That's the reason why coaches pay attention to that stuff so much. All right, guys, get in the comments. What do you think is going to be the biggest hurt so far? Okay, personally, I think the Cam Akers one's going to hurt them because that's a continuous hurt. The Colts, Carson Wentz, I think that he'll eventually be back. Same with Quentin Nelson. They're not season-ending injuries, knock on wood. But again, you're starting to see here, man, this is attrition, man. This is just the way it is, okay? Professional athletes getting moving. It's just what's going to happen. All right, everybody, please subscribe to the channel. Please like it. Please share the video. Please do all that stuff. Please comment. Anything like that helps. I really appreciate it. But Everybody, you have yourselves a good week. I will see you all on Friday. I'm out.